Hello everybody and welcome to GodoRogue. Now this is a game that I've wanted to have a look at for some time on this channel. I've seen it popping up in various social media platforms, mostly Mastodon, thanks to Grid Sage Games, maker of Cogmind, who keeps posting about it. This is a little coffee break roguelike, as it says here on the screen, inspired by the original Rogue. It's got a lot in common with the original Rogue. If you played the original Rogue, you'll feel right at home immediately running around spamming S to look for secrets, but it runs in Godot, which is, I guess, kind of the gimmick of it, I suppose. I think it's kind of like, for first-person shooters and for a lot of modern video games, it's like, well, when a new system comes out, immediately can it run Doom? Well, when a new engine comes out, or when an engine gains a lot of popularity, people make Rogue. It's kind of just one of the things that happens. So let's take a look at this one. It's free, it's on itch, it runs in a browser, it runs if you download it as well, so go check this out and give it a look-see if it interests you, and we're just going to name our little dude here Blind. Now, you do have several different selections for a character to play as in this here video game. You can, of course, play as a rogue, you can play as a guard, a vagabond, a peasant, a noble, a bard, a necromancer, a wizard, a priest, a druid, a mage, a valkyrie, a barbarian, or a warrior. I think for this run, we're going to play as a barbarian. The last one I did was as a warrior, but, I've also tried the thief, the ranger, and also the rogue, surprisingly enough. But let's play as a barbarian, which is going to give us Savage Strike, which is a 50% chance to inflict a 1d6 damage on each hit, which is pretty good if you ask me. And so let's give this a shot. Although if we don't want our stats and we're not happy with them, we can re-roll them and get a different character, which gives us both a different portrait, potentially various other changes such as weight and different strength stat starting, essentially. So let's dive into this 42-year-old barbarian named Blind. Blind, a barbarian, a wild force of nature, whose every blow carries the fury of the tempest whispers in the wind. The fury of the tempest whispers on the wind, tales of the tavern, all to lead to one truth. Saku's menace rises once more. Legends tell of vast treasures and formidable magics lost within the dungeon. Secure them and reach for the Amulet of Yandor, you may have heard that one before, and return a hero. The annals of Nalbadush await your tale. Will it be the one of valor or of despair? Likely despair, but we'll aim for valor while we can. So this is us. We are the tiny little duder down here who's moving with a sworder, and that's a hobgoblin there who wants to kill us. So this is one of those games where if you need help at any time, hit capital H. Now capital H is gonna tell you how to move. I'm using the numpad, but YKUHLBJN is of course their recommended. Shift plus direction is auto run until intersection, and Alt plus direction is auto run until stop, so very useful. And then of course, your standard ascend stairs, descend stairs, all your normal key bindings work. So you could use lowercase x or uppercase X, or the greater than, less than symbols on the keyboard. Like it's pretty. If you've played a roguelike before, it's pretty straightforward. So we're going to kill our first little duder here, and we're going to run over here. We're going to check our inventory. Now we have 3 scrolls of Identify, a lemon, and 4 rations of food. Now because this is inspired by Rogue, we're going to be operating under the pretty standard Rogue rules, I suppose. So we're going to be leveling up, but also we can increase our strength with potions of strength, as an example. So I'm just going to use, actually, this potion. We're just going to quaff it and see what it do. So I have a violet potion here, so we're just going to chug it and see what it does. That tastes awful. Well, am I losing HP? No? Well, at least we know now that it tastes bad. Don't drink those, kids. If you hit S while you walk around, you're searching for secrets. So if you can't find a door, just spam S while you're walking around. But we're going to start doing this, moving until we find new locations. We've picked up a bow, we picked up a pink potion, and we found a book. You carefully slide out an ancient scroll from the shelf, its ornate symbols beckoning you closer. The elves of the hidden village of the Elder found themselves at a crossroads of destiny, as powerful magical events unraveled around them. Later, they witnessed the rise of a hero among them, who challenged the odds and inspired a new generation of warriors. Destinies have been altered by the mere mention of the Blade of the Phoenix's rebirth, sought by many but understood by few. Its cryptic inspirations hold the key to a forgotten prophecy. The world watched their story become a beacon of hope, an ever-changing landscape, and it all transpired on the 29th of Apparatus in 1375 in the Harmonia's Serene Veil. I have no idea what any of that means, but, you know, that's the beauty of learning about little bits of lore, right? Is you slowly learn what things mean. Let's move down this way, and there's a bat following me, so we're going to stab it, which is what you do when you see a stray bat. I'll be honest, I was really hoping that first potion I had was actually a strength potion or something useful, but turns out it wasn't, so I'm a little bit disappointed by that. But such is the way of games like this. Very rarely are items that you're using actually ones that you want, and the ones that you don't want are the ones you're all about to find. But we're going to go up this way, and we're going to go take a right. We can also back away from these scary animals, and remember, doors are your friend in games like this. Standing indoors like that is how you die, so let's back up. Let's let this bat move over here, or we just smack it. Perfect. Now, of course, waiting turns is how you heal, which is pretty common for the genre. Now, gold is kind of our score in a lot of ways. So I have a bunch of potions here, so I'm just going to start quaffing them. I could, of course, you know, just look at the descriptions of them. So it's a potion of paralyzation. Well, now we know that, which is useful. We are going to need to eat. So various forms of nutrition. We have got a fortune cookie. Ooh, let's eat the fortune cookie. It says, to be 80 years young is more cheerful and hopeful than 40 years old. So don't be a pessimist. Is that what you're telling me, game? And we found a scroll, which I'm actually going to use the scroll of identify because I do have some spares. And we're going to look at the scroll that says, it's a map. Scroll of map. So I'm assuming that means if I find a floor, I can just, if I get to a, what's the area? A new floor, I can read the scroll of map and it'll give me the map. Let's see. Read, which is R on the keyboard, scroll of map. Ah, look at that. Handy. So maybe that would be useful to save for a more complex zone, but figured we'd use it right now because as far as I'm concerned in games like this, if you don't use something, you're probably going to die and not use it, so might as well use it. Nickel Wand. Well, I could use a scroll of identify on that, so let's do that. Let's see what this nickel wand is. It is a wand of fighting. Okay, well, I guess we'll make the wand fight then, if it insists on wanting to fight. The nice thing about using map is I can kind of more optimize my way around things. We got another book over here. You come across a lilting lullaby. It's smoothing words promising dreams of far-off lands and magical encounters. Fairy crafts the typhoon, the Dol Guldur, a hobbit crafts the lagoon. The sword battles the moon, and griffin seeks a whispering mountain. Meadow, a knight flees from the dark abyss. Morrow, minotaur respects the burrow, and night discovers the shadow. All right. I found a few of those, and they always seem kind of fascinating to me. I like poetry in games like this. It's you know, I don't know. It suits the genre, shall we say. And now you may notice that the game is in fact running in a browser for me because I just made some browser stuff pop up. You die. We also have a moonstone ring. I think I have several rings. I need to check the controls to see how to wear a ring. Put on ring. P. We have an agate ring and a moonstone ring, so let's put on an agate ring. I am, of course, taking gambles that these aren't, like, you know, cursed or anything. And I will put that on my left hand. Do I know what any of them do? Nope. Did any stats go up? Nope. Oh. I was going to say, I'm going in a straight line a lot. Why that? Well, now we can not actually. Wait, hold on. Is that alt control a toggle? I think that the alt control is a toggle, not a like on or off thing. Anyway, we'll move down a layer. Let's move north. Rip bear soldier. Move. Keep moving. Bad. So we do have to be very careful about rations while it's going about this. Well, that was a mistake. Should have hit Alt instead of Shift. Enemies will pop up in the room that we started in. So let's see what this Wand of Fighting does, which just as a real quick check of the controls, I can zap a wand with Z, And I'm going to use the nickel wand of fighting. Well, it doesn't have any magic powers, so let's use this lead wand then. Ah! Well, that's pretty exciting. So in that case, what can I use the wand of fighting for if I can't zap it? Let's also read this fun unknown scroll. Your leather armor glows gold for a moment. I guess that probably is making my armor better, if I had to bet. Let's back up a little bit. So we're up to level 4, depth 3. Continuing to move, we're grabbing a few more potions. Got another thing of identify, but where's the fun in that? So let's read this scroll. Corrosive gas. Ooh, so that would do damage to enemies. Got it. All right, well that kind of loops us back around in a nice way. There's a snack following us. It's free XP, I think. There we go, XP. Dropping down, kill you. I think we're just going to leave the lore for now for the sake of this video, but the lore is something that is very much worth looking into. We are starving, so I'm going to eat a single fortune cookie and a lemon. And the lemon gives us some experience, apparently, which also levels us up, so we're now officially a warrior of level 6 variety, which is pretty good. I think the first attempt I did of this, I made it to floor 12, and the second one I did, I made it to floor 18. Of course, by the end of it, you just kind of start floor diving, just like classic Rogue, going, oh god, I'm fucked. There's no chance I will ever have of making it any further, so I might as well just give up. But I think the goal for this for me is to just kind of show you a little bit of it, not get to the end or anything, and get far enough just so that, reinforced armor. Plate mail, let's go for the reinforced armor. Yeah, let's go with the reinforced armor. So my goal for this video isn't to, finish the game or anything. My goal for this video is to simply show you a little bit of it so that you maybe decide if this is something you'd like to try. And like I said, the game is free, so by that logic, I would say it's worth giving it a look regardless. Okay, let's go down. We have a yellow potion, and let's drop down a floor, why don't we? Picked up a lance. Ooh, that's a new weapon for me. Let's try the lance. Okay, so that definitely did power up my armor, because we're wearing a +3 we have a +3 level armor. Leather armor, so I think I'm going to actually keep wearing the leather armor just because it's +3. And let's try this lance. So we are now wielding the lance. We've got a scroll of enchant armor. All right, so that's what it was. Let's continue enchanting my armor, and let's check our armor now. +4 armor. That's good. Let's keep moving. Well, we found the exit, which is a good thing to find early. Some more lore. There are times when you're just like, when you walk around spamming S to search, there are the occasional time where you'll be pressing S and you'll just find a scroll on the ground or something, so it is worth doing even if you're just wandering. All right, not a super crazy floor or anything. There's definitely some more maze-like levels that I've encountered. Ah, we found a secret room. Well, secret air quotes. Of course, gold is our score, so we want gold. I also want to not be dying. Okay, we'll move to this room. What are you? Plate mail? Let's dump that plate mail, because our inventory is getting full. Also, pressing S can help you find traps, like that one that I just found. Descend again. And we will explore. I'm starving, so the game wants me to eat some food. Fortunately, we have plenty of rations. You do want to be very careful with the food. So this is, I think, the first zone in the game, because this was the case with the first time I played. This was the first zone where I didn't have any doors, at least not a door to an exit, so I had to run around hitting search a whole bunch, but let's see. All right, this one does in fact have doors. However, I have a hunch that there's probably a door up here somewhere. Let's just... There we go, see? The game actually stopped my character from moving while it's moving quickly. Okay, so there's this kind of busy room with an ice monster and bats in it. But, you know, I can't say no to all this lovely gold. Turns out my backpack's full. Alright, let's head down to the exit then. There's a leprechaun following me. Pretty sure the leprechauns try and steal your money. Yeah, see, he stole all my money. And then I only get a fraction of it back, so you gotta be really careful with those leprechauns, because they will annihilate your score. Especially when they are in murder mode like that. Alright, let's see if I can quaff some stuff. How much identify do I have? Let's identify... Let's say the gold potions, because I got 4 of them. Potions of strength. Okay, so potions of strength permanently increase my strength. I'm just going to quaff all 4 of those. Let's try one of the purple potions. I guess that's a healing potion. Yep, because the purple potion healed me. I am now blinded. Well, that's fitting. What else do we have? Let's try the yellow potion. Can sense magic items around me. That's useful. Let's drink the cyan potion. We gain some experience. That's good. And let's drink the green potion. So I'm blind. However, we have some advantages, and I leveled up, so I'm sure it can't all be bad. All right, so let's fight with whatever this is. Okay, we know they're in the doorway. The blindness won't last forever. I do know that. So, unlike in my life, it's only a temporary concern. I killed something. Zombie, apparently. Moving over here to the right. Let's move down. Let's see what else we can find. Working down to the bottom. Okay, so there is a snake that's following me, and the reason... Okay, something is hitting me. There's a hobgoblin here, which is interesting because I know that this snake is here, even though my character is still technically me. By that I mean blind. All right. Really nice when a game gives you a name tag, eh? All right, well, let's go to the exit now. You broke a slab. The gods have been displeased. Well, geez. I shall pray to my god, the god of misery. The god of misery ignores my prayers. Let's pray again. They still ignore my prayer. The last playthrough I did, my god kept giving me knowledge of my scrolls, which was quite nice. So I guess for the god of misery, we need to figure out the correct time to pay attention to it and give it a potion of detect monster. I'm sure that that's good. Let's go this way. And break through here. But yeah, so far, my take on GodoRogue, it's a very nice game inspired by Rogue, and if that's something that you like to try, and if you're like me and you like to try every single game that kind of plays like Rogue, this is definitely one that I would recommend giving a look at, as it's one in an engine that I've never seen like doing this kind of thing before. I think the closest thing to this I've seen in Godot so far is probably Path of Acra. But it's nice to see that type of traditional kind of proc gen working with this type of engine. Right, moving up, over. That's a trap. Interesting. I'm wondering if that other room down there triggers the trap. Okay, let's run to the other side of this room. Let's run to the other side of this room. Go down here. All the way down. Leprechaun's coming to steal my money. Fuck you, man. We can't be friends. Luck of the Irish is not on your side today, sir. All right, we got a nice monster. You there. Fight you. And since, you know, I'm feeling feisty, and there's a way down right here, let's just drop. And we immediately land in this area that's full of wealth and riches. Lots of potions of healing, lots of money. Well, I need to dump some stuff. So let's drop this plate mail. Let's drop that reinforced armor. Let's drop that short bow and pick that up instead. And the tungsten wand. Well, what was that exactly? It just says a tungsten wand. We don't actually know. Well, all right then. Let's drink this turquoise potion, which makes me feel much better. Well, that's good. And let's also just drink this potion of detect monsters. Also discovered a trap. Let's just keep moving. Very maze-like level, this one. My least favorite type of level gen. It always just kind of makes me mad when I encounter games that have maze levels in them. It's like, hey, let's make the player starve to death. That's always fun. Who doesn't love starving? Especially when there's a hunger clock. All right, let's move this way. All right, let's go grab... Oh! Well, I guess we're a layer further down now because I found some sort of trap. Fortunately, I found the door out. Found a maple staff, very Canadian. Let's try praying. My leather armor breaks into small pieces. You gotta love the god of misery. Can I pray to the god of misery again? They ignore my prayers ×2. Well, that's lovely. Also, I guess that I assume that means I've got no armor now. Yep, I do in fact have no armor now. Well, that's awesome. Let's see if we can do anything else with this god of misery. What kind of person worships a god of misery? I assume a barbarian, clearly. It's like, hey, I'm going to pray to the god of misery. All right, I'm going to destroy your armor. Well, fuck you then. There is no gold in this level. Sad face. All right. What's this Fenden Quinn do? Illuminating walls. Light. Ah. Very useful for an area where there isn't any light. Let's just smack this ghosty critter. Move up. There's the stairs down. I'll take it. Let's see where else we can go. I'm mostly just looking for stairs to see how deep we can get in the next little bit. I was kind of hoping there'd be a doorway there, but there isn't. This game also does have an ASCII tile set, worth noting if that's something that gets you going. Detect magic and a ration of food. We're okay on food for right now. There is one portion of the tile set of this game that I really don't like. It's the zone that very much looks like a, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's a zone that looks a lot like a kind of like garden thing, and it's really difficult for me to like tell what's a way to walk and what is a like wall. It's kind of hard to figure out what is what in that zone, so I'm not a huge fan of it, but it does look really nice. It's got a nice palette to it. I just wish things were a little bit better defined. I'm not actually sure how I managed to occupy a tile with that dude. I was just kind of perplexed for a second there, and then by the time I realized it, it seems like we get this screen. But this is your endgame screen for GodoRogue. My third run of this particular game, and I would like to play a little more of it. Maybe I can acquire the Amulet of Yondor. Are you going to go acquire the Amulet of Yondor? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video. And if you want to see more videos of games you probably haven't heard of, check out this YouTube channel, because I've got a very long list of them. And if you want to see me play video games live, well, too bad. I'm at TwitchCon this week, but I will be back on Tuesday as of, well, actually, what day? Tuesday the 30th. No, 23rd. That's the date that I'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday the 23rd. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.